Be brief, coach, be brief. I'm cold. So they over there struggling. But you know what? They're tough enough to suck it up and handle it over there with shade. I need you to give them a standing ovation. Everyone, y'all stand up. Get out. About melting face masks and got y'all to clap and wake up. Because every one of them know what I'm talking about. This is a special group. These young men, out of this stage last year. Every one of them took advantage of a hell of an opportunity in front of them. With everybody in the country, I didn't have one guy, not even our very own David Pollack, that said this group would even make the playoffs. They had something different in mind. I want to take an opportunity here to thank several groups, okay? First of all, I want anybody that's in these players' families, their parents, their aunts, uncles, their guardians to take a stand. The players' families, please stand up. All these players' families, give it up for them. Unbelievable group of parents to support these young men. Thank you guys. They travel like our fans travel. They go where we go. And a couple moments stick out to me in this season that I want to share. The first is in Atlanta where it all started. Right there against Oregon. What an unbelievable atmosphere. Got to play in our home stadium there at Mercedes-Benz 3 times. And you guys go through every time. Unbelievable atmosphere to play there. And then to these players, the guys sitting listening, and they know who they are. What an environment we went into, and probably didn't play our best game in Columbia, Missouri. But the look on their eyes at halftime, I'll never forget that locker room, walking in, a lot of guys shell-shocked, losing in the game, we probably shouldn't have been losing in, and every one of them believed. Every one of them believed. Guys stuck out in the second half. I'll never forget Kenny McIntosh, injured, hardly practiced that week, deep thigh bruise, carrying the ball repeatedly, running through people, and putting the offense on his shoulders and making plays and doing a lot of doubt started to creep in for a big home game that was brewing. And it was right after one of our biggest rivals. We go to Jacksonville, we come back here to play, and you guys, the people in these stands, were elite for that game. Best home game I've ever been a part of. Made it electric. Took over the stadium. Did an incredible job. We had a guy that got defensive player of the game in that game. You know, he didn't have to come back. He's going to be a first-round pick. He's going to probably be a top 10 pick, maybe a top 5 pick. But he elected to come back and play in that game because of the love he has for his brothers. Jalen Carter, thank you so much. So many of these seniors and guys that are going to be a part of this team meant so much to this team. And you know, I like to thank so many people, and I like to tell a brief story. But you know, after the national championship game, my wife came running on the field. She found me, gave me a big hug and the kids, and I was fired up. And she said, "Why did you worry so much for 10 days? This was going to be so easy." And I said, "Baby, I didn't know it was going to be like this." Okay? We got the opportunity to honor a lot of our seniors, and a lot of our defensive players to walk off that field. Offense and defense with the way they played and the way they carried themselves as Georgia football players. But it meant so much to me, and I know these players will always remember, I'll always remember it. We had a Friday meeting in Atlanta before we played Ohio State, and I heard several players stand up and talk about what this team meant to them and what the connection meant to them and how much they had been through in their careers here. Some of them 4th and 5th year guys, and I was sitting on the side kind of watching it all, and I really got emotional, and it really hit me. And when I went up to go talk to the team, you know, I lost it a little bit, and some of them still pick at me today. I teared up a little bit and cried because they've meant so much. They've been through so much to see guys grow from the time they arrived here, like a Chris Smith, a Warren McClendon. All these guys have given body parts and given injuries to this program. It means so, so much. So I want one more round of applause for this team that is together. We lost 4 coaches off last year's staff, a lot of support staff people, and we replaced them with new staff members. And this staff is one of the most incredible staffs. They've sacrificed time away from their families. Their wives raise their children. They're not able to be there with them all the time. They spend a lot of time with our players as their own, more than they do with their own kids. And I'd like to take an opportunity for all our staff's families, the staff's wives, the staff kids, and our staff. Please stand up. The staff is incredible. Stand up wherever you are. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up over there. They do an incredible job. They sacrifice their husbands, and they sacrifice time to be away from home for these players in this university. It means a lot to me. I'd also like to thank our administration, Josh Brooks, President Moorhead, for tremendous support. What we've been able to do here and we continue to do behind us is progress. Progress gives us an opportunity to continue the success. I've told every freshman that's come into our place, you don't inherit greatness. You don't inherit this. You come into a special place, a place that cares about football. These fans turn out all the time. They travel all over the country, but you don't inherit that. You work for it. You earned it. And that's what this team did over the last year. They earned every single victory along the way. And it was hard. And it was tough. And it was done it the right way. So I want to leave you with one good, easy thought. And I talked to somebody this morning about this. I thought, what a great way to leave this. You know, peak performance we all try to have, right? It's easy to try to have peak performance. That's easy. Achieving success, it's hard. It's really hard. Sustaining success is even harder. So the success we had last year and the ability to win the first national championship in 40-some years, that's really hard. Okay? Being able to sustain it is much harder. Translation for anybody out there, you can have a good day. Many people can find a way to accomplish something of note, but only a select few can maintain a true standard of excellence. And that's what this group has done and has really been remarkable in with their journey and their progress. Winning takes talent. Winning takes talent. The great John Wooden said, winning takes talent. But to repeat, it takes character. And these men have character. A special thanks to the Bulldog Nation. We love it here. Our family loves it here. And we can't wait to see what lies ahead for this team. This team will have to be hungry because a lot of this team is coming back, and we want great things coming out of this team. Thank you so much for being here, Dog Nation. We love you.